Everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria coming to you today from a different part of my house for a plank story. If you do not want to plank today, you're going to stand up and just march in place, bringing your knees up, working a little bit with balance. So for today's plank story, which you can start your plank now, I'm in a different part of my house because I'm doing a little bit of a plug for a fundraiser we're having. We're going to open our house up on October 5th for tours, and I hope you'll come see our home and be a guest in our home. And you can get tickets for this at either the Wethersfield Academy for the Arts or the Noah Webster House. So it's a fundraiser for both of those organizations. Our house is pretty unique in that it was believed to be built in 1666, which makes it probably the oldest home in Wethersfield, if not one of the oldest in the state of Connecticut. And it has a lot of exposed features. In addition, last year we actually did an addition and really took our time trying to think about how to carefully integrate old with new. We previously had a very cool kitchen. It was beautiful, but not very functional. Like, for example, in our kitchen sink, you had hot water or cold water, never both. They came out of different spigots. And it was on a different level than the house. And we wanted to sort of integrate, but respectfully, because we love this historic structure. So I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek, a little tease to tempt you to join us on October 5th and support these great organizations. So right here, I'm standing in where you can see exactly sort of into the old house where we did the addition versus the original old house. Now the addition here comes into the original structure, but you can see our modern oven compared to the historic oven or fireplace. And yes, you could stand up inside that fireplace. It's one of 3 in the house. And as you can see, there's lots of exposed beams, posts, and structures. We also this weekend did something called dendrochronology. It's kind of like doing 23andMe for your genetics, but on a historic home. So they look for exposed old historic beams like this one here, and then they drill a core sample and they try to get about 10 different samples from different beams. And then they test them and then they retest them in Oxford, and they ideally or hopefully get an exact date your house was built. And so hopefully we'll have the answer to that by this event. But one of my fears in doing dendrochronology is they have to make these holes in the beams that are almost the size of a nickel. And they pick wherever they think they will get the best data, right? So it's not like they just pick the place that's out, not in the open. But the dendrochronologist's wife, Virginia, was a former set painter for films and theater. And so Matt and I were unbelievably impressed. I'm going to slide you down. There is a hole she filled on this beam, and it's on this edge. So we're just going to slide down, and you can make a comment or, a thumbs up if you can see where she filled that hole. Because if I tell you where it is and you look, yeah, maybe you can see it, but it's not easy. Like, no one who does not know we filled this hole, do I think is gonna come in and be like, oh, you clearly had dendrochronology done there, and there is a clear, distinct hole or patch in your wood. So there you go. Think of that. You could also come here, and in addition to the house tour, you could look up and down the beams for holes and get your deep squat in for the day. So anyway, I do hope you will join us on October 5th. We love this home, and we're excited to kind of share it with people and for a good cause. So once again, if you want to get your tickets for that house tour, you can get it through the Noah Webster House in West Hartford or through the Wethersfield Academy of the Arts, 5 houses up from here on Hartford Ave in Wethersfield. They were great supporters of us during the while we were doing the addition. So if you took my virtual classes, we were doing them out of the Wethersfield Academy for the Arts. If you took my private lessons, that's where we were for about a year. So please support those organizations, and please come be our guest. Have a great day and keep moving.